Hey guys, welcome back to the show. My name is Uncle Warren the Guru, and today I'm going to go into detail in regards to Vortex, specifically a Telegram bundler bot. Now, I've previously gave my pros and cons with it. Now, I've had one-on-one students have come to me and literally are saying, "Hey, listen, Warren, I don't have a bundler. Listen, I barely have enough liquidity to literally bundle." What can I do? I mean, I don't want to snipe. I really don't want to trade. Well, I do got like, a little bit. What can I work with? And honestly, Warren, I don't really feel comfortable, right now investing into a node. I don't really feel comfortable in investing into like, a virtual private server. Is there another way, another avenue that's easy for me to simply just jump in right away, even from a mobile perspective? And yes, for those people that are saying that, yes, Vortex is one of the reasons why, and I'm going to go ahead and today walk you through that from A to Z, how to use that. And if you guys have any questions, you can join my Discord and you can ask me too. And also, I have training. I have training literally for days, not only on YouTube for free, but also in my Discord that it goes into deeper dive 3 hours 101 sessions. So definitely check it out. Check out the website warren.guru if you can, guys. And I would love to more educate you in this space. All right. With that being said, let's roll the fucking tape.
Without a bundle as at the moment, but as soon as I will be able to I'll be able to gather some funds or hopefully earn from that. I'll
Yeah.
definitely bundle because it's really helpful.
What may be useful for you is, are you familiar with Vortex and how that works?
I haven't checked Vortex yet, but I think I saw one of your video.
Yeah, I can, if you
Um,
want, I can show you the actual, bot itself and kind of how it works. Because for those are for those guys that may or may not be like yourself, which are kind of new to the game and they want to be able to have something that essentially can be usable, but still don't have to worry about virtual private servers, or you don't have to worry about proxies, or literally you can be literally anywhere in the world, to be honest with you. As long as you're connected to the internet, it'll be working at comparable speeds to get your bundles in. So that's a good thing. The bad thing though about it is that you have less control, obviously, than having your own, setup, personal setup. And there's a slew of different things that go into that, even like for the fact that it works like Bloom, for example, where these Bloom Telegram accounts, they have access to the private keys, and a lot of people may or may not be comfortable with that, just due to the fact that there's so much transparency there, especially with large amounts of liquidity. So that's the pros and cons. But I would more than love to show you the actual bot itself. I can share my screen if you want to check it out.
I'm not sure.
Cool. All right, cool. Let me share my screen here. There. And we'll go into screen. Let's see, which one would be faster and better for you? You know what? I have an idea. We will throw it on my vertical screen. Yeah, my vertical screen here. Let's go to this one here. And that way you can see Telegram vertically, because I have like a large screen here and sometimes it's hard to see things. So let me throw that over there real quick. And you should be able to see the second Telegram. You see Telegram?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let me just fix my monitor real quick so it's showing the same thing too. Right. So first thing first is let's go over some of this stuff here. So what we have here is Vortex. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to hit start here. All right, sweet. So first thing first, when it comes to this software, available features: launch on Pump Fund tokens, create or import multiple, um, what's I got here? Create or import multiple tokens, auto fund wallet. I'm not sure why my thing's glitching out. Let me just try to make this a little bit uh different so that way it's not glitching as much. Right there. Yikes. Come on now. All right, and then we'll put this here. And we'll put that there. All right, that should be good enough, I think. Okay, no more glitch. Good. Okay, so basically the first features when it comes down to everything here is we have the bundle. We can do create or import wallets, auto fund wallets via Solana dispenser, which is pretty cool. I'll show you that. The bundle up to 24 wallets. You can do the 24 CTO Pump Fund Radium tokens, delayed bundle on Pump Line, advanced swap manager with intervals, sell all functions, and anti-meta protection. So you click on home, you get access to essentially like these features here. And basically, what we see in front of ourselves is basically the ability to have a category of projects that we have to us. We have your projects here, and then your projects here will be kept in here, and you can always delete them later. I just made a test one called spam launch, but let me go back. I'll hit delete project here, delete, and boom, project deleted successfully. So to start a new project, you have two options: create new projects. You could do either a new coin or a CTO, right? Now, a CTO will stand for community takeover, whereas a new coin is obviously just creating your new deployment. Now, with a CTO, you can literally, at this point, if you wanted to, right, you can go into 26 wallets. Sorry, 20. You can use 26 wallets to go into another contract, and this may be helpful, right? If you are in a like, I'm gonna give you a good example, right? Sometimes there's these communities on Discord that have leverage. For example, you could join these alpha hubs. I'll give you an example of that real quick so you can see it visually. 1 second. So the alpha hubs, right? They look like kind of like that. I'm not sure. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me fix something real quick. Display. Uh, all right, cool. So yeah. So when it comes to these discords, you see on the left hand side, they're gonna have, for example, all official, first time CA, 5 minute, 3 minute. These are different rooms, Telegram calls. You got for example, Alpha Chat. You got position crypto calls, long term, official. Like these are different rooms that essentially are going to give you CA addresses that correlate to that particular prerequisite setup. For example, if I go into let's go into fresh 1 hour age. That essentially will be putting up only contracts that are freshly aged within a specific amount. So what I can do here, right, is if I was monitoring a particular situation, let's say if it was a CTO room, and I see that market cap, let's say, went from like let's say 30,000 all the way to like now 9,000 or something, and all the bundles have now quote unquote have gotten out, and it's now amount of whether it needs to be a real CTO or not. Well, this may or may not be the time where you can actually go to the create CTO button here, right, and then it'll literally ask you to place your token address, right, of whatever token you wanted to basically insert your wallets in. And this would be a good way to basically not have to deploy a project, but be able to kind of take one over because you're already aware of that. It shows up on your radar as it's being a CTO. It might even, to be completely frank with you, some people what they do just to have an even further advantage is use Dex ads channel. So for example, if I go back here and I'll show you, this is like another hub space. It says Dex ads. All of these projects that show up here are literally paid ads. So essentially what happens is if you monitor them, if you wanted to basically go into it from a CTO perspective, you can basically know that the Dex ad has been paid for, and then once it gets to a particular market cap, maybe all the bundles go out or whatever may happen, you can insert your wallets back in there and then basically ride the wave with the CTO. So it just gives you a little bit of leverage. So if in case you didn't want to deploy yourself, you can actually insert yourself into a pre-existing project that looks like that it's less with no bundles in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then we have the second one, which is the create coin, which is technically the first one. So when you click on create coin there, then I'm gonna go ahead and just put like a random CA address here, so I can kind of show you a working example of this. So I paste there, boom. And then from there, after I place the token address, oh wait, my bad. Let me go ahead and go back to this start home, and gonna go to create new project, create new coin. And then within the create coin, it gives you a project ID, and then you have the ability to do a few things. One, we're going to set the metadata. So by clicking the token metadata, we can put the name. So for this matter, we'll put, let's say, the name being Trump Womp or something like that. So there's Trump Womp, boom. And now we have the symbol as far as the ticker. So the ticker could be, or actually the symbol for you would be Solana, SOL. So here's your token symbol, SOL. All right, and then now it's asking us to do a description. Now, actually, my bad. I just totally goofed up here. But basically, this symbol here is actually ticker. It does not necessarily have to be SOL because it's just a ticker. So the ticker could be, for example, TWOMP or something,
Mhm.
right? And then the description here is whatever you want to put in there. So, blah, blah, blah description. Okay. And then from there, you can put your Twitter, Telegram if you wanted to, if you had one. A lot of times too, if you have just simply a channel, a Telegram channel that you create, um, it's best to have that just so that way you can start to collect traders really because they come to these Telegram channels to essentially get portaled and then they want to go into the portal to look for the group. But if you have just a channel, at least you can at least capture their information so that way later down the road you can turn that channel if you want it into like an alpha channel because they already have went to that channel and entered in. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So from that point on, you can have that Telegram. Look at the website hook. We'll also set the image here. So I'll just open this up, and I'll open up another image real quick. So let's just do this one here. All right, bam, send, and then boom. Processing your media, successfully processing. So now that I got the image, I got the no website, no Telegram. This is okay. Description is already set. The name, symbols there. I could even, if I needed to, I could clone metadata. So I can actually take a whole existing project that's already out and about, and I can actually go ahead and take that data and bring it right in here automatically. But beyond that, I need to hit back because now I'll basically be able to set up my wallets. So the token metadata is done. I can go to project wallets here. And within that, I can go into create wallets or import, depending on what you want to do. But if you want to start a whole nother situation, just create. Now you can do a maximum of 30, right? So let's just do 30, right? Just to do the max. I believe the system was updated. It was once 24, but I think they updated to 60. Sorry, 30, because as you can see, the before bundles up to 24, but the maximum is 30. So obviously you can do a little bit more. So boom, 30. So boom, it goes ahead and it literally creates us 30 wallets. There's literally 4 pages here that you can view, right? And now what we can do is we can easily import the Solana into them. So what we need to do is we can actually, now by the way, you have a creator wallet, which is like the dev wallet, by the way, and then you have all the other wallets. So the creator wallet's pretty simple. You can click on the creator wallet here. It gives you the public key along with the private key. The way that would work is you would take the private key information and you would basically just throw that into your photon, right? And once that's in your photon, you have access to that wallet all together. But to place the funds in that wallet, I would basically use a site like Houdini Swap, right? And that will allow you
Mhm.
to go from exchange or a hot wallet, and basically allow you to use it so that the bundle doesn't show up as it's coming from the same wallets. They're all coming from different sources. So, however you no matter what you do, just fund this wallet through either an exchange or through like Houdini Swap for you to be able to detach the funds from the other bundle wallets. Okay. So
Okay.
moving forward. So after you get that information, your public key, your private key, that way you save it, get back to wallets, right? And what we can do is actually that let's say we put a 1 SOL in there. Now, if we wanted to put, let's say, the remaining funds of our bundler, we can have options to do so. We're going to click on back to project. And then from there, what we'll do is we're going to go to Soul Dispenser. Soul Dispenser is now here. I'm not sure if it was available beforehand because we didn't create any wallets, but now that we've created wallets, this is a very, very simple, easy step to be able to fund your entire wallet system up to 30 wallets very simply. The way it does is, what it does is, you have to have one, which is easy transactions. Source wallet sends directly to all wallets. Um, so this is like basically one traction has that happens. This is a hard dispense, multiple transactions, multiple funds flow through each wallet, untraceable and bubble maps fast. Basically, in layman's terms, this one is not as traceable on bubble maps, whereas this one is. Okay, and so now with that being said, you can do a hard dispense. Now, by the way, there's a fee for this, so just to let you know what it is. It says fund fee. So successfully created. Let's see here. Where's that go? And hot wall sufficient. Sufficiently it. Let me go to home again. Oops. And go to your projects. And there's the Trump Womp, Soul Dispenser, and Hard Disperse. So hard disperse here will give you, excuse me, Hard disperse will give you a temporary wallet. That temporary wallet again will take place as where you're going to place the funds to essentially disperse through all the other wallets, and it does that automatically for you. So once you send the funds to that particular private key, let's say if it's 5 Sol, it will go ahead and disperse the 5 Sol individually through all of the other wallets without having any bubble byte detection. Okay. So it's basically the same thing that you're currently using on a regular, bot setup on your computer, but this is just all happening through Telegram, basically. Okay. Um, but yeah, with that being said, once you have went ahead and funded those bundle wallets, and you are now set with not only the uh, creator tokens and all these other ones are set up now, you're basically officially ready to bundle the entire project. So with that being said, you can do a couple things. You can either A, launch, and essentially will just launch just with the dev coin whatsoever, just a player launch. Or you can do a launch with bundle, which is obviously where it will buy and it will bring in the bundles at the exact same time as soon as the project begins. Or you could do launch plus snipe. Now, launch plus snipe, what it does is you essentially will launch the project, and then you have the ability to snipe into all those 20, well, whatever wallets, 30 wallets it is, whatever it may be. You are manually saying when those should come in at. So the project starts, the dev starts in, and then boom, you decide when to hit the manually drop the buttons. It doesn't show up here now because it's telling me right now that the creator needs to have 0.3. But if it did have 0.3, it would launch the project right away, and then it'll give you a button to say drop bundles or drop snipe, and then literally drop the walls manually for you. So yeah, with that being said, this essentially is the mostly the entirety of it. Let me go back into the project here. Your projects, okay. Womp. Okay. And oh yeah, you have the swap. Okay, so you have two other things I want to talk to you about. You have swap manager and warm up wallet. So the wallet warm up is pretty cool because honestly, when you start to do deploys, these wallets coming off as robotic, they get less FOMO bias. So you want to essentially warm them up, and what warming them up does is it will literally trade, for example, tokens that are not worth anything really. It just gives you like some history, transaction history within your wallet, so it looks like you were out there trading a little bit before you got into this bundle situation. That's what warm up does. Now the swap manager is simply just so you can be able to take control of all the wallets as far as your instant buys, your instant sales. So when your project is finally in the contract and you've got your positions, you can literally click on the sell all page here, and it'll select all of the wallets for you, and then you can instantly just hit sell, or you can hit, a particular percentage you want to sell, right? Or if you were doing the snipe mode, where I said this is where you send bundle, that send button will literally drop your actual 20 to 30 bundles after you've bought in. So that's just something to be aware of. You have sell all plus dev, sell all no dev that you can select here as well. But this is essentially the way you're going to be able to control the sell and buys of the entirety of the entire project. Also, this has a P&L here of stats, so you do continue to refresh. You'll see the entirety of your P&L balance when it comes to this thing. So it's pretty cool. They have, I guess, two different modes, a desktop mode and a phone mode. But they all pretty much work pretty much the same. And the cool thing is too is they do have a bump bot too. So if you are a product started and you're ready to, get some notifications on Twitter on pump.fun, and as you may not notice, pump.fun has now added a new entity to their system. Have you seen the trending yet?
Not yet.
Oh, really? Let me show you.
Yeah, because
So
I
this
was
is something that
waiting
they
for a
must.
while.
Okay, yeah, they just did some updates. I believe it was yesterday, right? And I think it's going to be very good stuff for everybody coming into space. I'll show it to you here. Do you see my screen still? The pump one?
Yeah, and
See right here. This is literally the now trending. This is something that just got
oh,
updated to the site because they used to be able when the site when projects went to Radium, they never showed any indication of the graduation. It was just like no more advertisement on that, and so now it's really wonderful to see like this trending, so that way you can see out of all the coins that have basically came out of this site in the last 3 to 6 months, these are the ones that are still living, and you can basically put your money into and not have a thing where it's going to rug completely all the way. So that's just the FYI. It's so funny. Fat nigga season's at 3.9 million. I remember getting into it at 300,000 a couple days ago. But it's one of those things. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, with that being said, right? I wanted to show you this just because, ideally, by having bumps, you're gonna have the bump page show up here. But the more this website is getting developed, the better you have chances you have for FOMO, especially with these Telegram bots. So yeah, but yeah, what else you got for me, brother? I just wanted to show you that for you, so you can see that world. Would you have any questions for me when it comes to specifically Vortex or any of the deployment process?
Um, I'm more interested about the launching strategy. For
Yeah.
example, as I've had to have around 10 to 12 gold left in my wallet, and if you are in my shoes, what would be the strategy that you would want to use if you're going to launch something
So the question of matter though would be like when
with
it comes to
no
specifically,
community?
what type of project would you be creating though? That would help me determine like a better strategy for you.
Um, hmm,
Would it be a clone project? Would it be something that's originally created? Would it be like would give me an idea so I can have a better understanding of what your leverage is here?
okay. I would like to create my own project.
Okay. So if you're creating your own project, what I would do first and foremost is we want to create a website. We want to make sure that no, I have a website generator, by the way. I'm not sure if you know that, but if you go to my website, not my website. Well, actually, yeah, you can go to my website. Let's go to the website here. I'll show you. That's where we should probably start. So
Okay,
first
okay.
things first.
I can.
So
I
within the
do.
free tools,
Yeah.
I got the website generator here, right?
Hmm.
And a lot of people seem to like it. I have the code as far as every day changes the password and shit. But basically, with this, have you seen this before? Have you used this, or are you aware with this how this works?
Yeah, I saw your the website generator,
Yeah, it's pretty
and
simple. Just like you could hit
and for
generate site, for
example.
example. Let's like
Hmm.
make random like the CA address. You can upload the meme. You can generate a story, and then really when it comes down to it, you go up here and you hit generate, boom, and then yeah, generate website, boom. Now I come back here and boom, this is the whole entire website just created like that fast. And
Mm,
now you can go back here to download the website and and bam, it downloads for you. Now you can take the
mm,
website, right? It's a div zip file, and you can take it to a website like vo.div, and which costs like $10 a month, and you can literally upload this entire zip file and say, here I'll do it for you right now so you can see it. Vo.div.
uh, the screen that I can see is the Vortex.
Oh, you don't see Telegram? I mean, you don't see my screen. What do you see? Hold on, let me go back to the thing. Oh, that's why.
The
Stop
Vortex.
screaming. Share. Let's share my large screen here. Screen. Go live. Go live. Okay. Here we go. So this you should see where it says where what can I help you ship now? You see that?
I still don't see it.
Oh, you want to double click out of the screen and go out.
Okay, I can see it now.
You got it? Okay,
Okay.
cool. Let me log into my GitHub so that way I can show you how to do this. If I remember my password, hopefully. It's just yay, I remembered my password. All right. So it's logging in here. All right, beautiful. So the way this is worked is we just okay. So what I just did is I created this site here, right here, which is this is the site here. This is all refreshed, so we could go back and do it again. So you have access to this if you go to Warren.guru and go to free tools. You can literally go to Warren's website generator, and then from there we'll get to this crypto token website generator, and you can just hit auto generate if you wanted to. You can just literally upload any type of meme you wanted to, and then or just change it up to, it's up to you. And then community here, you could put the Twitter or Telegram if you wanted to. But basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. So once that happens, you upload your photo, and now I will go up here and click on auto generate and generate website, and then I scroll all the way down, and then boom. Oops, let me just do that again. Generate website. All right. It should. Hold on. Boom. Generate. There we go. So now it generated the entire website. And then now you can take that information, right? It's got the roadmap and all that great stuff, success. You can change all this information, Telegram, X, or whatever you want. Hit download the website. Click on download website. It'll download the .zip file for you. And now you can go to a site like vo.dev, right? And you can like literally attach that actual .zip file now to, and so start chat, boom, upload project. And I'll just say, so now I just literally took all my code and all I did is upload it. And it's initializing, and I'll say to it, show me the website. All right, so I need to convert the existing HTML CSS website into a next.js application. So that's what it does automatically for us. And then it should show you the website. And then now you can literally deploy it like that fast. It literally is just hardware coding it to a React site, but it did that from the pre-existing zip file that you created, that you generated. And so not only does this do that, but it also takes care of the hosting for you. You don't got to worry about hosting and all that stuff. It literally is just created. It's pretty cool. Now, in a second, it's going to show us the website all together so we can see it and basically do a live deploy. And then you're basically at that point done with the website, and we can get into ideally the meta. You want to kind of figure out for that day, what's the meta that's playing, what's going on, and what allows people to basically buy things. And I'm going to show you that in a second too, because I have a meta notifier within my Discord. But give it a second while it goes ahead and codes this website out, which is crazy. This is literally coding a full-on website in AI right now for us by the information that we gave it from this. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you can even get deeper with it, right? Like once this is all done, like I could even tell it, like, all right, let's add like AI this or AI that. You can custom it with it once the code is already there and pretty much coded. So once this does this thing here, which would honestly, back in the day, would cost like $200-$300 for a person to do. Now they're basically able to doing it almost for free. As long as you know what you're doing here. So if you ever get into that, you can just hit fix with VO dub and it just will fix. But in the meanwhile, while that's doing this thing, I'm gonna go into the what's it called, Discord, so I can show you some things. So if you go to Discord, and I have these monitors here. So these monitors are gonna help you out when it comes to finding out what type of meta you need to choose. For example, 10-minute meta, right? It says here, in the last 10 minutes from today, we look at AIs on top right now and dog. So a lot of dog people think are being sold and a lot of AI. So if you're in the process of choosing a website, oh, by the way, here's the website. It just finished. See? All I got to do is add that image again there, which is the one that's up here. But yeah, basically it finished. And if I hit deploy here, it literally will create a temporary website. And so now initiating deployment, and it doesn't have a custom domain, but sometimes you don't necessarily need a custom domain. You can create a little temporary domain so that way you can just point people to go to the website when you're actually doing it, But while it's doing its deploy, let me show you this real quick here. So over here, what we have is the meta for the last 10 minutes, and it does change obviously throughout the day. 10 minutes ago, before that was mascot, AI dog. AI is pretty much on top today, though. It looks like AI is the thing. Yesterday was Trump. But today it looks like it's nothing but AI. So with that being said, you can literally now know, okay, well, I want to make an AI website, and then you can just change out the intervals of these things if you wanted to, you know. But the cool thing about this is, watch this. Now that I've deployed this, I actually have a website now. So now VO Comic Buddy website.versal.app is where it goes live for everyone to go on the internet. So now the creation that we just created right here, that was just giving us a zip file, has now been published live to the full internet. And we can change this .versal information, this name up here. So usually what people do in Pump World and Tokens, it creates the name of whatever the project is. So if you're in vo.dev, for example, you can come up here to the project name right here, and you can change it to whatever you want it to be. So if it was Trump Meta, for example, you could change it to like Trump AI meme or something, whatever, right? Save. And then now when you do your click deploy here, and you actually update it, it will update it and it will change up the entirety of it, so that way this will change. So now you got yourself a domain, you got yourself a website, and you got yourself something you can copy and paste into your project, so that way people can go to it directly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that was all done honestly within like a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. So as long as you do that, you can continually cook out left and right projects. But the idea is to first find out which one to cook. So now that you find out which to cook, which is AI meta, now you get to find out, okay, now that I know what to cook, I'll start creating either AI metas or find AI metas like a copy. Now if I want to create AI metas, I have a meme maker here for you too. So literally, people come in here and they're making memes left and right. Now, in this AI.art, you can either crop it so that way it doesn't show the AI.gr, or you could just pay like the $9 a month or whatever it costs for this AI bot to continue to remove off the. Either way, you can use this AI tool to create AI meta for that particular thing, or you could just go into current situation, current actual projects. So by going to, for example, I have a 15-minute 1 hour and a daily calendar, which tells us how much volume is happening on the website. So let's say for the last hour, right, I wanted to know, okay, I'm thinking about launching. Is this a good time to launch? A lot of times people ask me, Warren, what's the best time to launch? And what I've done is I've created these monitors here so everyone can literally ask themselves that question. You go here and you find out in the last hour, you says, okay, well, in the last hour, it looks like it's been up 74%. Wow, everything looks up. You know, all these quote unquote red are actually green because the blue represents red, and it's just weird. It's emoji, whatever. But anyways, the reds are kind of green. So if you see a whole bunch of reds, it's just like, oh, it's go time, and the volume's up. Like right now, it's 2 o'clock. It's go time right now. This helps you analyze the time of when you should or should not drop the project. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. I didn't realize that I didn't have that on the screen, but yeah. But yeah, with that being said, you got yourself the volume of when the times happen from an hour perspective. You even have the daily and 15-minute perspective. You have the meta as far as what's supposed to hit. So you have a no you have now more of a working mathematical answer to yourself to be like, all right, not only is this meta hitting strong, but this is a time frame. Not only is it a time frame, the website's already done. The website's got a domain to it. It's got a name. I can literally take this website, copy in here, and go back into my Vortex bot. I can paste that domain here into that bot. So when I deploy, people are now going to go here and they're going to be like, damn, this is 9 times 10 different than a lot of other projects being dropped. So what happens is, and I may or may not be aware of this, but there are bots out there, sniper bots, like this one, for example, right? This is a sniper bot. And this, what it does is it will literally detect certain things in the project that you ask me about strategy. Here's a question. Here's the answer to that. For example, if I go to website contains, I can actually do my sniper bot go in and quickly find out whether that website is actually real or legit or not legit. And that sometimes is honestly the make or break when it comes to a lot of these FOMO bots coming in, because if they go to the website and it's a clone website and it's not even around no more, it's like, oh well, we're not going to buy into it, you know. So all these small things count, because in the back end here, I have access to all the sniper bots, right? And the sniper bots are basically they're deep, man. They're deep with prerequisites from like contains addresses to websites to Telegram to, you can basically checking off all the legitimacies to make it look like, if not look like it, make it actually like a project that's worth its while. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, after you got through that and you bundled, there's other things that can happen. Like in the last videos I've done where this guy made 3 SOL, for example, within 3 minutes, he had to leave the project with his developer wallet and then add it back in as it looked like the project was essentially shaking out snipers. This is a trigger sometimes that happens when people come in because they think the dev wallet is simply just buying back in to literally send it to a very high market cap. And honestly, it's done consistently over and over because people continually to ape into projects after devs buy in. So what I would definitely do is I would set up that, but when you start your project, you have other sources that you should be aware of that I also went over in my last video online. This was how to do advertisement. For example, Finders Trending, Solana Trending. We have Soul Scanner. We have Bytes Trending. All these places they literally cost between 1 SOL to 3 SOL to run for 3 to 4, 6 hours. For example, this one right here, trending transaction complete, coin, boom, amount 0.9, duration 3 hours, position 3. A lot of engagements. Literally, he'll pay less than a SOL. Got 3 hours of advertisement. The problem with this, though, is you have to be in line to know that some of these slots, 9 times out of 10, won't be available right in that immediate in the moment, and you're gonna have to wait. So ideally, the cookers that are making a lot of money behind the scenes are literally kind of doing 2, 3 things. One, they found themselves a meme that fits inside within the meta, right? The second thing that they found is besides the meme that fits inside the meta, they found the time period of where they want to drop it because the volume is giving them the analytics for that. And on top of that, if they're smart, then what they also have is those 3 things I just showed you now, those advertisement Telegram channels that are giving you slots, times to actually, actually expose your project. So if you can somehow, some way, sometimes you get lucky a little bit, you can actually get the your product's ready to rock and roll, and you're about to drop it, and then you actually get a slot open for advertisement with one of those 5 or 6 shield groups. Then you basically kind of have a win-win situation. You got volume, you got advertisement, you got a website. This is why a bundle is needed, so you can basically hold the supply of the floor and rise it as the price goes up. Now, if you don't have all those other things, then you might run into a slow cooks. Things are not running fast. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Absolutely. So that would be ideally what I would recommend, especially since you don't have the current bundler right now, is to get yourself something that you could at least cook with, and then until you're comfortable with actually owning your own system. Because the thing about it is this: the system, when it comes down to it, you're gonna have a VPS, you're gonna have a node. I have nodes here. And when it comes to the Vortex, you don't have to have any of that stuff. They all basically do it for you. They give you your own node. I mean, not your own node, but you are using their node. You're using their virtual private server. You're using everything basically on them, and that's why they're taking 0.8% of the transaction fees. But beyond that, you don't have to worry about upgrading and renting, and it's just a simple one platform stop shop in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me what's on your mind, brother. I've been doing most of the talking this that.
Yeah. My English is not good, so.
Yes, sir.
So basically, I mean, I need to prepare the dev wallet and
Yeah.
the dummy wallet and make sure to season them.
Yep. That's right.
And using Vortex, it was more of a wallet, right?
Yes, sir.
And basically, it just buy and sell some tokens, right?
Yeah.
For one of the wallets.
Sorry, what was the last part? I didn't hear the last part.
Um, yeah, basically, in warming up the wallets, just buying and selling tokens just to show people that that's one of this existing or previous transactions. Right?
Um, so for some reason, your microphone is breaking up a little bit at the end. Try to speak a little louder because the last part's cut off.
Um, how about that?
Yeah, that's better. That's good.
Okay. So after warming up the wallet, then I can check the meta trending
Yes,
to check what token to launch, and then create website, and then
yeah,
launch the bundle, and then do the marketing, right?
that's correct. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's
Okay.
and,
And
and the great thing about that, like I was saying, is you're basically have found. I mean, this way of working things, like there's multiple ways to cut a cake, right? And what I just did is I just went over a way to create a demand within the shitcoin without having to do too much. Because technically speaking, what you could do is when you get into my Discord and you go to CT trackers to after you find out that particular meme, like say you know, like for example, AI is sending good, right? If you know AI is sending good, just go to the CT trackers in my group, and they're free to use once you're my member, and then boom, you type in AI, and it'll literally tell you news, literally relevant news that's hitting right now as we speak that's AI related. So that way you can literally use that as a way to essentially monetize a conversation. So for example, the other day I just was a student, we cooked up a really nice project where there's a designer who worked for Tesla because at the time Tesla was of the meta of that hour or that day. It's because basically Trump was given a Tesla by Elon Musk, right? So we went in, we found out there was a particular designer who created a whole nother Tesla that has not even released yet. It's called the Roadster or whatever it may be. So we created a meme on that just because there was a post that went out from one of the actual designers, and no one knows about this Tesla, and then now Tesla is a big thing because the president has it, so it's like a win-win like play. And so by having that attached to your projects, it gives people a reason to quote unquote diamond hand hold, especially in higher market caps, because now they're looking at like the news and seeing, okay, well, this is going to be crazy because this is a Tesla now that hasn't even released, and now we're the first coin, this and third, and now numbers go crazy. So just know that if you have a narrative, right, that's the main thing, key thing, marketing a narrative to go along with all the advertisement that you're doing, because technically you're speaking, you have two sides of the field here. You have one which is advertisement, which is basically those room telegram chats I was showing you, the shield groups. Then you have the other thing, which is marketing. Marketing is basically what we went into to find the actual meme itself. And then beyond the marketing and the advertisement, we have to have the time slots available so that way people can then generally just see the project. So once you have all three of those put together, you have basically a win-win success strategy, because at that point everything is aligned.
okay. Um. Uh, I don't understand.
Does that make sense?
And we're just painting the churches to make it mm, look legit. Um. At first, how many wallets do you recommend?
Honestly, like
Uh,
going in with 20
bundle.
to 30 is fine. You just got to be careful because, like, honestly, the deployment process, it could be a matter of you just dropping your dev wallet, selling the dev wallet, and then literally coming in back in with the dev wallet and then dropping your bundles just to make sure that you eat the floor up as much as possible. Once that happens and you grab your position as much as liquidity that you have to give to the project, I would then worry about this advertisement at that point, because a lot of people get into volume and all this stuff. And to be completely frank with you, real cookers, they don't even really use volume. The volume is really the advertisement. And so if you're trying to do market manipulation, which by the way, in using Vortex, you don't have too many market manipulation tactics like for example human mode or volume. Is more so of just a bundler. But be aware of that too moving forward. Whether you use Vortex or you use, like for example, Penguin, some of these tools are specifically just bundlers. They're not market makers. Market makers are like you bring in extra holders, distributions, things of that nature. I know Dogwood Tools, before they went ahead and went drained, had that particular setup, and so does Meme Tools. But those tools at the moment are currently outdated and looking for update. So just be aware of the two mechanics of they do the same thing, but they're two different things that they do as well. Oh,
Mm,
alrighty.
So after I launch the bundle, I need to run the bump bots.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
So you're saying that I don't need to um, paint paint the chart if I'm going to pay the marketing side to the Telegram groups that you have mentioned.
Something about the marketing side. I heard you say. I couldn't make it out completely.
Oh, um, saying that I don't need to manipulate the chart if I'm going to avail the or pay the Telegram dealer group.
Yeah, so you're saying the question is if you were going to use the Telegram Shilla groups, what was the question about that last part? Sorry, so is that is it
Uh,
your connection? By the way, I would recommend knowing that you might be on a computer that is lower speed when it comes to internet speed. Definitely go with the Telegram route unless you are going to buy a VPS because this is speed game is very important when it comes to buy and sell transactions.
and some I do see some tabs that they manipulate the chart. They buy and then by using some multiple wallets, and then they're going to sell them buy again.
Yeah.
Like they're creating an art on the chart.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. It has been done. The thing about it is that a lot of these guys honestly are not as profitable as the ones that simply find a good meme and basically grab the positions, and then are able to cascade the floor through simply just advertisement. A lot of people you'd be surprised, but a lot of people don't even know about soul trending and finders trending and all these things like that, and they have no idea that instead of putting 1.5 to 3 soul into like these wallets, put that in advertisement and the problem though, the matter, and this is why it's being light gated, to be completely frank with you, is because the time slots holds no bound to anybody. Meaning that you can wake up and it could say that the next hour is to be available, and it doesn't care who you are as long as you have the Solana to pay for the slot. You'll pay for the slot, and I think that's a good thing too because then you can get anybody and everybody being able to send random amount of shit coins advertisement all over the place. It's on a timely basis.
Okay. Because to give you back bit of background myself, I do have a client because I do make websites, just simple website for a client, and he's a crypto guy, so
Uh-huh.
every time that he will going to launch a token, he will contact me to create a website. It's a simple website, and then but he usually launch in radio,
Uh-huh.
and he paint a chart, he pay some colors, uh, Telegram colors, and then he also pay salt trending, and yeah, basically that's all that he do. But
And was he
he
successful?
just slowly run the chart. He doesn't dump in one go.
Oh yeah. So
So and
yeah.
say so basically I like his style. It's like um uh not so evil type.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. I, I just want to be profitable in this one.
No, I feel you. That's very smart. And honestly, I would say that when you are ready, let me know. I will love to help you out in the process of just the creation, because honestly, there's two, three things that you need to be focused on before you deploy a project. One being obviously the meta, so that way you're not going against the stream of like all the bigger buyers are buying a specific meta. You want to stand out, unless you're dealing with a person that has a high amount of followers on Twitter. Like if they got 300, 200, 400, 50,000 followers, then they might be able to set their own meta and be able to have your own entry exit liquidity for that. But for the most part, you want to be able to put something in the market that people are already buying. You see what I'm saying? So that way it
Yeah,
makes it easier for you not to go against the grain.
right. And I I'm currently in a private group in Telegram, but they don't like um being shielded with rugs. So if you shield a project, then rugs 2 times, so you're out on the group. And
Yeah.
so I'm planning to launch a semi legit project and just um slowly profit on that.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. I think you're doing a good
Actually,
thing. I think you made it already.
I made a website,
Okay.
but it's using an AI. Uh, let me share it to you. I don't know if it's working
Okay. Yeah.
because I haven't deployed it yet.
Sure. Let's check it out.